realtor, real estate agent, real estate associate, salesperson, assistant. These are all terms that you've probably heard of if you've done any type of looking into the real estate industry, or even if you've received a business card from another real estate agent. They're all different roles within the actual real estate business. Some of them do the same things and some of them don't. Are you curious about what they mean and what they actually do? Because that's what this video is about. Basically, what's the difference with those distinctions? I want to take a moment and just point out two of them specifically in this video though. In another video, I'll do some of the other ones. These two are the most common in my opinion, and it's the real estate agent and broker. Hi, I'm Chastin J. Miles, and if this is your first time tuning into my channel or your first time watching one of my videos, welcome. I've been a real estate agent here in Dallas, Texas for a while, and I have sold millions upon millions of dollars worth of real estate year over year. And so what I'd like to do on my channel is kind of give you an inside look into the actual real estate industry and what it's like working as a real estate agent. And so I'm not promoting a specific broker or anything, I'm just giving you an inside look. So if this is your first time here, I ask that you give me a thumbs up so that you can let me know that this is your first video that you've watched of mine, and subscribe to my channel because I release videos like this all the time and I'd love to have you a part of my community. Specifically towards the end of this video, I am going to tell you how you can kind of find out if the real estate industry is right for you and which road you should take in the real estate industry. So stay tuned for that as well. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into this topic. I am what you would call a real estate agent. So I have done all of the licensing and courses needed to get my real estate license to be able to practice real estate. So I help buyers, sellers, tenants, and I mean, I can do a number of things with it, but my actual title is a real estate agent, and I also have the realtor distinction. So I can also be called a realtor. Now in my business, I actually work for a real estate broker, and so the broker actually holds my real estate license and is essentially responsible for me. In real estate, you have to belong to a broker, so therefore my license is held with a broker or a brokerage. You probably see big companies out there like Keller Williams, Century 21, Coldwell Banker, EXP, and some of the other brands. These are real estate brokerages, and each one of these offices is ran by a broker. So a broker signs their name on the line saying that I'm going to be responsible for this office, which in turn means I'm going to be responsible for these agents. So pretty much a broker is someone who is the liable party for the actions that the agents take. Now, in one of my other videos, somebody pointed out the differences in a broker and an actual owner, which in most offices, the broker is the owner, but it's pretty common to see the broker and the owner be two separate people. And that basically just means that there is a broker who's still that responsible, liable party, and then there's someone that actually runs the office or may have put up the money for the office and actually owns the brand name and all of those types of things. You don't have to be an owner to be a broker, and vice versa. You can be both, or you can take one or the other. Now the big thing with brokers is that brokers have to go through a lot more education than just a normal realtor or real estate agent. And so a broker most times has been in the business for longer, they have done a lot more, and they've taken what's known as the broker's exam. And so the broker's exam is like 10 times harder than the real estate exam, and so they have to have that knowledge and have that education to be able to pass that exam. Here in Texas, they also require that you have been in the business a certain amount of time before you can even apply for your broker's license. And so that's one thing to take into consideration. Now, I will say in some states, it's pretty common for agents to be known as broker. And so don't let that trick you, because there's still that education requirement for you to be a broker to where you can manage other agents. The easiest way to kind of just wrap your head around this is knowing that brokers are typically more educated and more responsible and have been in the business for a lot longer and have experienced a lot more than your standard real estate agent. Some real estate agents can be in the business for a very long time and choose to not even get their broker's license. For me, I don't have my broker's license, and I'll talk to you very soon about why I haven't gone down that road yet. But I mean, it's something that some agents get into the business to do. They get into the business to just really be an agent for their whole career, and some take that road where they want to become a broker and manage other agents. There is another thing also known as a broker associate. A broker associate is someone who has gotten their broker's license, but they still work for another broker. So you have the broker here up top, then you have the broker associate, and then below them you'll have the actual agents. And so a broker associate, it's someone that does have that education and they did pass that test and they did put that time in, but they're not choosing to open up their own brokerages or manage other agents. You can only really open up a brokerage and bring those agents in if you have your broker's license, unless you're going to become just a financial partner in an office. But there needs to be a broker in place to manage these licenses. In typical transactions, and this is just an example, in typical transactions, any money that comes in for you as an agent is going to be made out to the broker, and the broker pays you. Every listing that you take, even though it's your listing, it's under the broker's name, because the broker is the big responsible person for everything that you do in real estate. If you haven't taken your real estate test yet, this is a big part of it, because you have to know what things you can do as an agent and what things that you have to have your broker's license to actually do. You don't want to get caught slipping doing something that you don't have no business doing, because they will come after you, they will find you, and you know, you'll just be in a little bit of hot water. So you have to make sure, like, even in your marketing and advertising, or you bringing on other agents or assistants or whatever it is, there are certain things that you as an agent can do, and there are other things that you're required to have a broker's license to do. So just be sure, especially if you're about to take your real estate exam soon, be sure to know the differences of these things. I hear a lot of people talk about becoming a broker because they think that there's more money in being a broker, and that can be true, especially if you are going to be bringing on agents. I'm going to record a whole video about this because I want to kind of clear up how that works on the money part with opening up a brokerage and having agents, and I'm just gonna really just pour out my thoughts and my mind on it. But what I want to know from you is if you think it's truly worth it to become a broker. So let me know down in the comments below if you think it's really worth it to become a broker. So like I said in the beginning of the video, I was going to provide you with something that would help you really decide if real estate was right for you. And what I've done is I have recorded a free video series that I want to give to you so that you can really decide if this business is right for you before you kind of hop all in, because I know that a lot of people are on the fence, and so I wanted to kind of give you a deeper inside look than what I really share here on YouTube, so that you can make a true informed decision on if you want to get into the real estate business and if this business is right for you. So you can click the link below and it'll take you straight there. And there may be a wait list because I only let certain people get in at certain times, and so fill in your name and email address, and I'll be sure to add you to the list if there is a wait list. But you can access that free video series below. And so I hope this information has been helpful to you. If you do have questions, you can always leave those in the comments. I answer back everybody. And be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. So until next time, I'm Chastin J. Miles, and I will talk to you soon.